undocumented people could get a driver's license and insurance if some new legislation becomes law. Channel 9's Lauren Seabrook has been speaking with the state lawmaker who's backing it and people whose families would be directly impacted. She joins us live in Orlando. And Lauren, similar legislation has died in the past, but this has more protection for the people seeking a license.
Right, Greg, because if this passes, any of the information you would have to give over to get a license would be private. That means that information would never be turned over to ICE or any other immigration agencies. And advocates for this bill say that all the roads that we all drive on would be much safer if this changes.
Some people you pass on the road are undocumented, which means they are not licensed to drive. But many still do because they have to get to work or drive their kids to school.
Folks can have their opinion about what the federal government can do about immigration reform, but the reality is that we have almost 750,000 undocumented people living in Florida that are not going anywhere.
So in an effort to make the streets safer for everyone, Representative Carlos Guillermo Smith introduced a bill that ensures all drivers could be trained, licensed, and insured. If it becomes law, it would have a huge impact on the lives of Ellie Garcia's parents.
And sometimes they even have to wait for me, like till I get home and to get, some groceries and everything. So it's just, it's difficult.
Smith says fewer uninsured drivers on the road would make car insurance premiums cheaper for everyone.
What happens is when you have any sort of fender bender or collision, you now have folks who are insured, who have the ability to pay through their insurance plans.
And because 15 states plus D.C. and Puerto Rico already have this law, Smith says they know it would bring extra revenue to the state, about $68 million more in license and title fees.
I think it also brings some kind of dignity within our community and my family, because one thing is the chance of saying I can go to the beach and I'm not going to be afraid because I can drive with a driver's license now.
And Smith says that this legislation does already have bipartisan support, so he's hopeful it will pass. But he says if it does not pass this session, he is committed to bringing it back next year. Reporting live in downtown, Lauren Seabrook, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.